Your body is under constant attack. Every single second of every day, it's fighting off an invisible invasion. But the good news is, you have a protector, a super sophisticated, highly trained, and relentless army operating inside you right now. So today, let's pull back the curtain on this incredible force, your immune system.
So, how does it do it? How does this internal army manage to find and take out billions of potential threats, from the air you breathe to the food you eat, most of the time without you ever even knowing a battle was fought?
Okay, so to understand the army, first you have to understand the enemy, right? And we can kind of break down all the threats into three basic categories. You've got your big bugs, like parasites. Then you've got the small bugs, things like bacteria. And finally, maybe the sneakiest of all, cellular traitors. These are your very own cells that have gone rogue, either corrupted by a virus or turned cancerous.
I mean, the sheer scale of this challenge is just staggering. This ratio, greater than 1 to 1, that's the number of bacterial cells living on and in your body compared to your own human cells. Think about that. In a very real way, you're a walking ecosystem, and your immune system is the park ranger working 24/7 to keep the peace.
So an invader gets through. Who's on the scene first? Well, that would be the first branch of your immune army, the innate system. These guys are your frontline troops, your first responders.
Now, what's amazing is that the system is ancient. It's basically the original defense plan, found in pretty much all multicellular life. It's not fancy, it's not picky, but man, is it fast and effective. Its whole deal is basically, see something that isn't you, and attack. No questions asked.
The main soldiers in this first wave are a group of cells called phagocytes. And that name literally means cells that eat. And believe me, that is exactly what they do. They're the voracious ground troops of your body. All right, so in this group, you've got two main players. First up, the neutrophils. These are your shock troops. Seriously. An alarm goes off somewhere in your body, and boom, millions of them are unleashed from your bone marrow, rushing to the scene. Then you have the macrophages. Think of them as the guards on patrol, permanently stationed in all your tissues, your lungs, your skin, you name it, just waiting to gobble up any invader that manages to sneak past the walls.
But here's the thing, your immune system isn't just a blunt instrument. Oh no, it's a brilliant strategist. It actually matches its attack plan to the specific enemy it's up against. It's got 3 core battle plans. And the strategy here is just, wow, it's incredible. For little guys like bacteria, that's plan A. The phagocytes just swallow them whole. Gone. But for a huge enemy like a parasitic worm, well, you can't exactly eat that. So plan B kicks in. Killer cells swarm the parasite, latch on, and just blast it with toxins from the outside. And for the scariest threat, your own cells that have gone rogue, that's plan C. Specialized killer cells hunt them down and basically tell them to self-destruct before the infection can spread.
But what happens when those frontline troops get overwhelmed? Right? What if the enemy is too smart, too fast? Well, that's when your body calls in the special forces. And that brings us to the second branch of the immune system, the adaptive system.
So let's break this down. You've got the innate system, which is all about speed and raw power. It's fast, it's general, it's always ready. But the adaptive system, that's the brains of the whole operation. Yeah, it's a bit slower to get going, but it's incredibly precise. It designs custom weapons for every single invader. And its superpower, the thing the innate system can't do, is memory.
So how do these two systems talk to each other? Well, that's where a really cool cell comes in, the dendritic cell. You can think of it as the police force, or maybe a crime scene investigator for the body. When it finds a shady-looking invader, it doesn't just kill it. Nope, it captures it, basically takes its mugshot, and then races with that information to the immune system's command centers, your lymph nodes.
Now, inside those lymph nodes, something amazing happens. The dendritic cell shows this mugshot to an elite squad of cells called T cells. And get this, for any one germ out there, only a tiny, tiny fraction of your T cells are programmed to even recognize it. We're talking like 1 in 100,000. It's like having a million different keys on a ring and trying to find the single one that opens a very specific lock.
But once that one perfect match is found, oh, the Special Forces Command just explodes into action. You've got the helper T cell, that's your commander. It identifies the threat and coordinates the entire attack. It can call in the cytotoxic T cell, the assassin, whose job is to hunt down and eliminate any of your own infected cells. And it can fire up the B cell, which is basically a walking, talking weapons factory.
And what does this weapons factory make?
it pumps out one of the most elegant weapons in all of biology: antibodies. Seriously, think of these as custom-built, microscopic homing missiles. Each one is designed to lock on to one and only one specific target. They just flood your system, latching onto invaders to either shut them down directly or tag them so other cells can come in for the kill.
I mean, all of this is just mind-blowing. But the single most powerful weapon in the adaptive system's arsenal, the thing that has literally allowed us to conquer diseases that have plagued us for centuries, is memory. The ability to remember an enemy it has fought before. Okay, so here's how it works. The very first time you get sick with a new bug, it takes your adaptive army a few days to figure things out, find the right cells, and build up a big enough force to win. And that's the time when you feel sick, right? But here's the genius part. After the infection is gone, a few of those elite, battle-tested T cells and B cells stick around. They become memory cells, and they stay on guard for years, sometimes your whole life. So if that same bug ever dares to show up again, these memory cells unleash an attack so fast and so overwhelming, the infection gets wiped out before you even know it was there.
And that right there, that whole concept of memory, well, that's the entire basis of vaccination. That's how it works. A vaccine just introduces your immune system to a safe, harmless piece of a pathogen. It lets your body build that whole army of memory cells without you ever having to get sick in the first place. It's like giving your army the enemy's battle plans way ahead of time. And this all leads us to a final, pretty incredible thought. We're getting so good at understanding this internal army that we're actually learning how to train it ourselves. We're now in the age of immunotherapy, where we can literally harness the power of our own immune cells to take on our toughest diseases. So the big question isn't just about how our body protects us, it's about what we can teach this army to conquer next.